grounding in your spine. With your next breath, close your lips. Create your Ujjayi breath in and out through your nose, feeling the vibration in the back of your throat. And we're going to stay with the theme that we talked about the other day, the sutra, which teaches us that we have a better result when we focus on the quality of our effort and let go of the result. So letting go of that attachment to the outcome and really directing our attention on placing the best effort. And when we do that, the quality of our effort will be better, and hopefully we will get better results. Now, we can't control when we'll see those results, and we can't control any external forces that may impact those results. And that's sometimes where we get tripped up, when we try to control the things outside of our control and we place our energy there. That's just lost energy that we could be placing on our actions. And so that could potentially be compromising the quality of our results. And so if we focus on the effort and we don't get the result that we want, then we can always go back and change our actions. And so we're not attaching our ego to the result. So for example, if we fail, it doesn't mean that we're a failure. It means that we worked very hard for something and gave it our best effort, but we didn't necessarily get the result that we wanted. So we go back and we try again, and we change our actions, but we put that same well-placed effort and consistency into our actions, and hopefully we'll get the result that we're looking for. But we show patience, as we don't know when that result is coming, and we try to let go of any type of attachment to those results. So as we go through our practice today, just begin to consider really focusing your attention on your actions. And we'll just keep progressing through the movements, and we'll see where that takes us to today. So just having patience. Let's come to the top of our mat in a standing position to begin our practice today. Let me turn on some music for us. Hopefully it'll start up. At some point, it seems to have a life of its own as to when my music starts. All right, so coming to the top of your mat, begin to root down through your heels, lift up through your toes, and just start to feel that connection through your big toe mound and your pinky toe mound. Feel this energetic lift through your tailbone. Rise up through the spine and bring your hands together at heart center. Inhale, raise your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, cactus your arms, lifting your heart. Inhale, re-extend. Wrap your left wrist and arch over to the right, rooting into your left foot. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach over to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, fold down towards the earth. Take your hands to your shins. Root into your feet. Feel that rise in your tailbone as you extend forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and extend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold. Let it all hang down. Root down into your hands. Step back to your high plank. Press into the floor with your hands and start to open up the space between your shoulder blades, bracing your core. And then we're going to drop our knees, lower all the way down to the floor. Lift our hands off of the floor, press down through your pelvis, the tops of your feet, and begin to lift your chest up, drawing those shoulder blades together. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lifting up, feeling your lower back muscles engage. And lower. One more time. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lower. Sink back to your child's pose. Begin to walk your hands over to the left. Invite a big stretch up the side body. And come back through center, walking over to the right. Come back to center. Rise up to your tabletop position. Let's flow through a couple of cat-cows here. So inhale, arching the back, lifting the heart. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale it out. Take the breath in. Exhale, let it go. Come onto the balls of your feet. Start to elevate your knees off of the mat and then extend the hips up into your first down dog. Walk out your down dog. Take your right leg up into the air, bend the knee, open up the hip, give yourself a big stretch for the front of your hip. Start to make a few circles with the knee. And return to your down dog. Take the left leg up, open up the left hip, big stretch. And then paint those circles in both directions. As you come back to your down dog, just spend a couple of moments here really feeling the posture by bending your knees, pressing your knees outward, and then transferring that into your heels, pressing the heels outward. As you spiral your inner thighs in and up, as if you were trying to squeeze something between your legs. Draw the tailbone up higher. Press the floor away, allowing the shoulders to creep up by the ears, and then just shake your head out. Yes, shake it out. No, let go of any tension. And start to walk forward towards the front of your mat. Inhale, extending through your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold down towards the earth. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, root. Step back to your high plank. This time we're going to drop our knees, shift our weight forward, lower all the way down. Take your fingertips wider than your mat. We'll take that 3-part Cobra series 3 times.
So inhale, round your back, tucking your chin, pressing into your fingers, more energy into your thumb. Exhale, pull your heart through, and then inhale, suck the abdomen in and up to begin to extend up through the torso. And lower down. So feel your back muscles engage as you go through these cobras, supporting your spine stability, but then at the same time, engaging those abdominal muscles will help you avoid compression in the lower back. So inhale, round. Exhale, pull the heart through. Inhale, sucking in and up through the abdominal. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, round. Exhale, soften in your heart. Inhale, rising up through your core. Exhale, lower down. Push up to a tabletop position, all fours. Rise into your downward dog. Inhale, raise your right leg up into the air. Exhale, step your right foot forward, drop your left knee down. Rise up, taking your hands to your thighs. And then start to shift your weight forward into the front leg. Feeling that stretch in the left hip. Sweep your arms up, interlacing the fingers. Begin to feel the ribs pulling away from the pelvis as you suck those abdominal muscles in and up, cinching your waist, almost like an 80s style bathing suit. Like if you think about that, like kind of feeling. And then from there, we're going to take our hands down, step back to our down dog, take the left leg up into the air, step the left foot forward, drop the right knee down, pause, take your hands to your thigh, root down into the left heel, and create that energetic hug as you begin to shift forward, stretching the front of your right hip. And then again, we're going to begin to draw the ribs away from the pelvis, like you're trying to get longer in your torso. Feel the, take your hand to your lower back, like the back of your left hand to your lower back and your right hand to your belly. And begin to feel the curve in your lower back, the engagement of your lower back muscles supporting you. And then see if you can draw those abdominal muscles in and up, feeling your waist like cinch in as you do that. Lift your chest and then begin to extend your arms up, interlacing the fingers. Lean forward, lifting your heart through. And then exhale. Come back to your down dog. Take 3 breaths in your down dog, feeling the extension in your spine, feeling the opening in your pelvis, and the stretch in the back of your legs. And from here, begin to step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, extend through your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up towards the sun. Exhale, fold down towards the earth. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, root. Step your hands, or place your hands down, step back to your plank. You can drop your knees or stay elevated. Shift your weight forward. Lower to any degree, grazing the elbows by the sides of your body. Flip your feet, press into the top of your feet. Your hips can be on the mat or elevated as you pull the heart through and up. Exhale into your downward dog. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Stay on the ball of your back foot as you rise up into a high lunge position. Root down into this right heel and create the muscular engagement in your hamstring to help stabilize you. And then I want you to tilt your tailbone up, give it that little Beyonce tilt. And then do the opposite action. Create that little Michael Jackson move, that woo! You're tucking, you're creating the engagement in your right outer hip by trying to tuck the pelvis. And then you're gonna start to feel stability in your right hip. At the same time, see if you can spiral your left inner thigh in and up towards the ceiling. And then we're gonna begin to open our arms wide, reaching the left arm forward, right arm back. Big open twist. And then take your right hand behind your back in a half bind. Reach your left arm up and back. Really gonna challenge your stability now. So it's gonna test that stability in your right hip and your back inner thigh. And then take your hands down, frame your front foot. Step back to your down dog. Take 3 breaths. Feel free to flow through a vinyasa here if that would feel better to you. Take your left leg up into the air. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Rise up onto your fingertips first. Root down into your heel. Begin to create that hugging in action as you rise up into your high lunge. So create the little tilt in the pelvis and then engage the outer left hip muscles by trying to tuck the tailbone slightly. Create the hugging in action between the feet and then start to spiral that inner thigh in and up. And then from there, as you begin to feel stable, we're gonna reach the right arm forward, left arm back, like you're being stretched long in both directions, like Elastigirl. Like one kid is pulling you one way and another kid is pulling you the other way. And then take your left hand behind your back. Reach your right arm towards the back of the mat, lengthening up through the side body, maintaining this twist, really challenging your stability. And then exhale, your hands down, step back to your down dog, flow through that vinyasa or simply rest in dog.
That was really hard.
Yeah. We're gonna keep going with that. So all of the muscular engagement is gonna stay the same throughout class. We're just gonna keep building upon it. So let's step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Walk your feet hips distance apart. And we're gonna rise up. We're going to come into our first chair. Bend your knees. And I want to come back to this abdominal lower back engagement and this lengthening up through the torso. So we're going to come into a chair position with one hand behind your lower back, one hand on your belly. Create the little lift in your tailbone. Root into your heels to do that. And then begin to create the muscular engagement as if you were trying to tuck your tailbone. And then take your hands to your waist, like you're creating like a little belt, wrapping your hands around your waist. See if you can feel your lower back muscles engage as you suck your abdominal muscles in and up, creating this cinching in of the waist. Ribs are pulling away from the hips. And then begin to take your arms up. And we're going to cactus our arms, drawing the shoulder blades together, pulling the heart through. And then exhale, fold forward. So that should have been hard.
Yeah, really hard.
Inhale, lengthen. That good. That means that you're feeling it. Exhale, fold. Step back. It means you're creating the actions that we need. Step back to your high plank. Shift your weight forward. Lower down to your low plank. Inhale, opening your heart. Exhale, back to your down dog. This time we're going to take the right leg up. And when we step the foot forward, we're going to plant the back heel to come up into a warrior one stance. So in your warrior one stance, just like your high lunge, you're going to root into that front heel, create that little like back bend feeling in the pelvis, and then engage this outer hip muscle. And you're also going to continue to spiral the left inner thigh in and up. Good. Now from here, I want you to start to shift your weight forward, like lean forward a little bit to put the weight into the front foot. And then see if you can pull your left ribs forward a little bit. And then begin to take your arms up. We're going to bend the right elbow and reach your left hand for the right elbow, allowing your right hand to just fall into the middle of your back. As you lean forward, press into your heels, create that stability in your pelvis, and then start to draw your abdominal muscles in and up, lifting your chest as you open up that shoulder. So the tough part is like really creating the shoulder opening while you're still maintaining everything that we established in the lower half of our body. And then we're going to release that. Take the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers, shoulders go up and retract in, and we'll fold forward into humble warrior. Allowing the head to draw down, extending the arms up towards the sky to any degree that your body allows for. And then we'll release the hands down to the floor. Drop the back knee. Walk the right foot out nice and wide. And then take the right hand inside of the right foot. And we're going to do just like what we did the other day. You're going to begin by hugging the knee into the arm. Feeling the engagement in the muscles. Your outer hip, your inner thigh, and then start to allow the knee to draw away, creating the stretch. Hug in to create the opposite action, the muscle engagement, and then take the knee out to create the stretch. Hug in, and then release it out. And then we've got a second side. So we're going to push back to our down dog. Rest here in child's pose or down dog, or flow through an optional vinyasa. Coming to your second side. Inhale your left leg up into the air. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Plant the back heel. As you're on your fingertips, create the stability in the front foot by rooting down through the heel. Rise up to your warrior one. Let's start to create the hugging in between the feet, the rooting into the heel. Exaggerate the curve in your lower back by lifting your tailbone, and then start to create a subtle opposite action to engage the muscle in your outer hip. And then take, this time instead of taking the hands around the waist, take one hand behind the back, one hand to the belly again. Feel the lower back muscles engage for spinal stability. And then feel your abdominal muscles with your inhale. Suck in and up. Like pushing the ribs in and up, feeling this like expansion through the rib cage. And then let's take the arms up, and we're going to come into the opposite shoulder stretch. So bend the left arm, reach the right hand for the left elbow, and stretch the back of your left tricep, creating this rotation in the shoulder, dropping the hand down to your mid-back. See if you can feel that shoulder opening while you still maintain this stability in your legs. Feel that spiraling action in the back inner thigh. And then from there, we're going to release the arms behind the back. Take the opposite pinky on top, whatever grip feels weird. Let the shoulders come up, and then retract the shoulder blades in as you start to hinge forward. Extending the arms up, extending the fist up as you drop the shoulder either to hover above the knee or inside of the knee. And release any tension in your neck. Just feeling the surrender, feeling the humility of bowing down towards the earth. And then we'll drop the hands to the earth. Drop the back knee. Walk the left foot wide to come into lizard, taking your left hand inside of the left foot. Hug the left knee in towards the left tricep. Feel the muscular engagement. And then allow the knee to fall out wide. Inhale, hug in. Exhale, take it out wide for the stretch. Inhale, hug it in. Exhale, take it out wide. And as you're ready, we're going to step back to our down dog. Again, you have a choice here to rest or flow through a vinyasa. As we come back to our down dog, we'll hop to the top of our mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come back to that chair. So create the lift in the tailbone, the engagement in the outer hips. Take one hand to your back, one hand to your belly. Engage your lower back muscles. Suck your abdomen in and up, cinching your waist, pulling your ribs away from your hips, getting long and tall. And then let's reach the arms up. This time we'll take the hands behind the head, both hands, and just press your head into your hands, pulling your heart through. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, either step back to your down dog or step back to a high plank and flow through another vinyasa. As we come back to our down dog, inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Create stability, rise up into your high lunge, and then we're gonna open up into warrior two, rotating the back foot so it's parallel with the back of the mat. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, long stretch towards the back. And return to your warrior two. Take your hands behind your back. And then from warrior two, we're going to enter into that humble warrior with our upper half of our body. So shoulders up and back. And then we're going to start to lower down again, deepening the shoulder opening with nice wide open hips now. Creating stability and perseverance. So really like digging into the discomfort, making a well-placed effort, focusing on the quality of your actions by persevering. Maybe extending your arms up a little higher, creating more expansion. And not doubting yourself. Just saying like, I'm just strong enough, I'm able to just sustain this, I'm able to push myself a little bit further. And then you're gonna slowly release the hands down to the floor. Walk the foot out wide again, but this time we're gonna come into monkey for the stretch to the left quad. So with the right foot nice and wide, ankle under knee, foot in the direction of the knee. Take the left hand wide all the way over to the left side of the mat. And then begin to bend your back left knee. Reach for the foot with your hand. Press the hand into the foot into the hand. Feel the quad engage when you push into the hand. And then do the opposite. Draw the foot closer to your buttock. Give yourself a big stretch. And you can do that action, reverse action, as many times as you need to find your edge. So engaging the quad and then stretching the quad. Pull your heart through to feel the back bend. Take a couple more breaths here and we'll push back to down dog, taking our second side. Again, feeling the freedom to take the vinyasa or rest. You can even float that right leg through your vinyasa if you were opting to make it harder. Begin to raise your left leg up into the air. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Root to rise up into your high lunge. Exhale, open up into warrior two, paralleling the back foot. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, opening to warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. One last time. Inhale, big, long length into the side body. Exhale, warrior two. Take your hands, reverse the wrap from behind, reverse the wrap of the fingers. Elevate the shoulders, retract the shoulder blades, and then hinge forward. Either hovering over the knee or inside of the knee. But feeling the stability in your left hip. So really rooting down into that left hip, or right into that left heel, and creating the stability in your left hip. Extending your arms up towards the ceiling. So really being fully present, like be here in the now, by feeling all of the muscles in your body engage. allowing yourself to persevere and go a little deeper into the pose, really challenging your edges, pushing your limits, but feeling safe at the same time because you have all of this muscular engagement. And then we'll drop our hands down to the mat, drop the back knee, take the left foot wide, and begin to set up for our monkey, bending the right knee, taking the left hand to that back foot. Right hand is nice and wide and rotated so the inner elbow is forward to protect your shoulder. And then press the foot into the hand to engage your quad. And then do the opposite by pulling the foot closer to your buttock to stretch the quad. Lifting your heart through. And as you're ready, come back to your down dog. Again, feel the freedom to flow through a vinyasa or rest. From your down dog, we're going to step or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. All right, so from here, we're going to make a transition from chair to warrior 3 on each side. And it's going to challenge all of the muscular engagement that we've been consistently working upon and building up to during class. We're not going to hold it forever, but I want you to hold it long enough to really feel it. So let's start in our chair. Bending the knees, feel that little, so first feel it in your heels. So push the heels outward to feel the outer hip muscles engage. Create the lift in the tailbone. And then maybe again, start, if it helps you, start with your one hand to your back, one hand to your belly. Feel the lower back muscles engage. Feel their abdominal muscles sucking in and up. And then we're going to shift our weight into our right foot. Feel the stability as you float the left foot. So engaging those outer hip muscles. You're going to start to extend the left leg back behind you. Maybe you fall, and if you do, you come right back into it. Extending the back leg, pressing through that left heel. See if you can create that inner thigh rotation, that spiraling action of the inner thigh in and up, which levels your pelvis. And then you're using your quad and your outer hip muscles in the right leg to help balance you. Maybe your arms go out wide like an airplane, and then slowly let it go. So we're really working on that perseverance right now by calling upon all those muscle actions. So let's come back to our chair. Root into the heels, open the hips, create the curve in the back. Engage the lower back muscles. Lengthen in and up through the abdominal, lifting your chest and heart. Shift your weight into your left foot. Start to float your right foot. Extending through the right leg, pressing through the heel. As you begin to tilt forward, spiraling that back inner thigh. Stabilizing through the quad and the outer hip. Maybe you take your arms out wide. And see if you can begin to lift your heart through and up, just like we felt in those cobras. You can persevere. Find your breath. And then slowly release. Shake it out. Woo. All right. We're gonna go back, we're gonna do one more vinyasa. All right, so let's come to the top of our mat. Bring our hands to heart center. Inhale, raise our arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, either step right back to your down dog or step back to your high plank. Lower down to your low plank. Inhale into your up dog. Exhale into your down dog. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Root to rise into your high lunge. Exhale, open to warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale into extended side angle, so taking the arm to the thigh. Lift in your tailbone. Take your hand behind your head. Pull your heart through. You could consider taking that right hand possibly down to the floor to the outside of the leg, or leaving it right where it is. And just feel the back bend here in this pose. Lifting up through your left ribs. And then we're going to slowly release out of that. Drop the left knee down to the floor. And we're going to come into Anjane Asana. So in this version of Anjane, we're going to lift the knee up. So the exercise that we've been working on the last few classes. So first the knee is going to be down. You're going to root into your right heel and start to press into that heel and push it forward so you begin to create the stability. Feel that like little lift in the tailbone and then that muscular engagement in the hip with the like slight tuck. And now we're going to press into the top of the back foot to engage the quad as we start to lift up. Pulling the heart through and up, and then let's take it down. We're going to try the action 2 more times. And maybe by the 3rd time, try to pull your heart through and up a little deeper. So really feeling the back bend at the same time. So take the knee up, pull the heart through, and then lower, calling upon all those same actions in the core. Lifting the knee, sucking the abdominal muscles in and up, woo! And then release. Oh man, okay. All right, so from here, now we're gonna take it like 1 step further. And this is where your belt comes, your loop comes into play. Yeah, oof, I know. I'm right there with you, babe. Okay, all right. So from here, we're gonna take the loop around the back leg, the back ankle, and start to pull the foot towards you to create that stretch in the quad. And then you'll take your right arm up, bend the elbow, and begin to reach for that loop. Actually, let's do it, I'm sorry. Let's do it with the same hand today. So you're gonna bend that left arm. I'm not used to doing this with the belt, but it gives you a little bit more flexibility. So take your left elbow and bend your left elbow, dropping the hand down towards the center of your back, and you're pulling that foot towards you. That's kind of why I was thinking like a bigger loop would better serve you.
No, it's okay, because my knees are not so good, so it hurts when I'm on like the pole.
Oh, okay. And the thing about your knees, because I have really sensitive knees too, is you should really be resting right above your knee. So not actually on the kneecap, but you're shifting forward so that you're putting the pressure on that like soft muscle.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Above the kneecap. That's how I've always been able to address that problem. I mean, I use pads, so I have an extra pad under my mat. Okay, let's, when you're ready, let's come back to our down dog and we'll take our second side. So as you come back to your down dog, you can always feel free to add that vinyasa. I'm going to stay in down dog for a few breaths. And we'll take our left leg up into the air. Exhale, step our left foot forward. Inhale, root to rise into our high lunge. Exhale, open up into your warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, allow your left forearm to rest on your thigh, setting up for side angle. Take your right hand behind your head, create the arch in your lower back, and then press your head into your hands, pulling your heart through, and then possibly take your hand down to the floor to the outside of your leg, pulling your chest through. And we'll slowly come out, dropping the back right knee down to the floor. Press down into the front heel. Take the top of the foot down towards the floor. And we're going to root down, create the stability, and then rise up to engage the quad muscle. So pressing into the top of the foot, lifting the knee and lower. And for a second time, lift up, maybe beginning to pull the heart through and up and lower. And a third time, really call upon those abdominal muscles as you reach up and pull the heart through. So pressing into the foot, pulling the heart through as you lift in and up and lower down. Whew. Okay. And then we'll start to work for that stretch. So taking the band around the back ankle. And then you'll take the strap up, bend the right elbow. See, I lost my stability. You gotta keep that stability in your left foot. Dropping that hand down to the center of your back, pulling the heel towards your buttock, feeling that deep stretch as you lift up through your chest and your heart. And then release. Whew. Okay. From here, we're going to go right into pigeon. So we'll take our right knee forward to the right side of our mat. Take it nice and wide, foot in front of the groin. Press into your back left heel. Start to deepen the stretch, finding your edge. And then begin to lower down. And I think we did a really good job of really focusing on the muscular engagement today and letting go of any kind of expectations where that would take us or how far that would take us. And that's what it's all about. And then the unfolding just starts to happen when it's meant to happen and how it's meant to manifest in our body. So we let go of expectations for the way we think things should look. And whether that's the way you think your yoga practice should look or the way you think things should manifest in your life, we just let go of that and we just focus on doing the best job we can every day and putting the effort in towards the direction that we want to go. And then we'll begin to set up for our second side. So you're going to slowly come out of that if you want to make a few circles with the hip to clear it out. And then you'll begin to take your left knee over towards the left side of your mat. Good. Press into that back heel and then begin to lower yourself down. And then as you're ready, you'll slowly work out of that, making any counter movements that serve you. And then lowering onto your back. Setting up for our final resting pose, Shavasana. So as you stretch out long on your mat, begin to let go of your body. Observe how you're feeling your energy right now, how it may feel different from when you started in the class. Observe your thoughts. Acknowledge them and let them go just for a couple of minutes. Shifting your attention to your breath. And as you begin to quiet your mind, focusing it on something simple, start to dive below the surface. And just allow yourself this time to rest, absorbing the benefits of your practice.
slowly bring movement back to your body, wiggling your fingers and your toes. Rolling your ankles and your wrists. Rocking over onto the side of your body as you're ready. Taking all the time you need to press yourself up. Coming to a seated position. Bringing your hands to heart center. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Until next time, namaste.
Namaste.